live today while Savannah sleeps. I've got a few housekeeping things to do to kind of get this going. So just bear with me. Savannah is taking her nap, and so I was hoping to be able to work on her table while she sleeps. Hopefully we can get it done. So that's what I'm going to be working on. Let's see here. Ooh, no, I don't need that. Whatever I just did, let's turn that off. Okay. Let me see here. All right. So, get you set up. Hello, Naomi. We're just getting started, getting back on Savannah's table. I had put on one coat yesterday, so we're going to try to work on this. Let me move it a little closer. Here we go. Pardon my messy garage. We're going to work on this a little bit, see if we can't knock out at least the first coat while Savannah is asleep. All right. How are you? We tried to work on this a little bit yesterday, but wasn't able to get much done because by the time we got to it, Savannah was not wanting to cooperate. So I will just kind of pop in every now and then over there and see what you guys are talking about. Just working on this part over here first. I want to do the underside first so that I don't have to worry about that too much. Flipping it back and forth when I'm ready to do the top. So Naomi, I don't know, or anyone over there, I don't know if you've heard this story or not, but I bought this table when my older three were younger. I think we've had it about 11 years. We got it from Aldi, and it has sat outside the entire time. It's a little wooden table, and it's actually, for sitting outside, pretty great shape. It was getting a little bit loose, but I had Jack tighten it up with some screws, had him sand it down. Yesterday I wiped it down before we started, and I'm pretty impressed with how it's held up and how it's kind of coming together to make this a fun table for Savannah. So, what are you up to today? Hello, Vita. I am from the United States. Oh, birthday shopping. Looking for anything in specific? I thought about buying Savannah a new table, something that would be just hers, but it was kind of a more fun and special idea, I guess, for me to kind of, breathe new life into this table for her, since all the kids have been able to use it, and even the cousins have used it every now and then. So, I think that will be a little bit more special for her than just having a new one. And with this stain, this is Behr Premium Waterproofing Stain and Sealer. It should hold up a lot longer outside. Hey Kimberly, good morning. Yes, Vita, I'm painting a table for my daughter. I've got 5 kiddos. My youngest is 5 months, not 5 months, 11 months. And so I wanted to paint this table for her to be able to have something outside for her to kind of play on and sit. So it'll be fun for her and special because, as I was saying, all of my children have used this table and even some of their cousins. So it's nice to breathe new life into something and not spend extra money when you don't have to. All right, just 1 second here. Do a little bit of housekeeping here. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, Naomi, that's kind of the hope, that I can, have it last several more years. That's the plan. What are you all up to today? Birthday present shopping, Naomi said. Vita, what are you up to today, Kim? It's raining here. It's a rainy day, so not much I could do outside in the yard. And while Savannah's napping, I wanted to try to knock this out. Hey, that's good. You'll have to get me set up with him. Laundry, cleaning, yep, that's going to be me after I do this. We've got a lot of laundry right now. It is piled in the laundry room. It's always one of those chores that I dread the most. Oh no, getting stain on my arm. Anyone besides me putting in a garden or raised beds? I've got yesterday, I wanted to do a live working out there in my raised beds, getting things planted. Didn't work out. But I picked up some more strawberry plants. I was going to plant the ones I had in the refrigerator yesterday, but then when I got them out, they were molded because they'd been sitting in there for too long. And so I thought, well, wasted money there, which is a little bit frustrating. But I got some more from the local feed store, as well as a couple tomato plants, some peppers. So I got the strawberries, some marigolds. What else? I feel like there was something else, but I'm forgetting. But I already have most of my herbs. We'll see. I have a couple of basil that I'm going to try out there that I did grow from seed. But I don't know how well they will take. I think they got a little bit too much water, and so they were yellowed out. But, we'll see. If they don't do well, I mean, basil's pretty easy to get, so I could just get some more, which I might pick up a plant anyway, just so I have some in case these die. But I was really hoping to be able to get those in the ground today or before the rain, and that didn't happen. So it is what it is. What are you guys planting, if anything? Hey, Fernando. I am painting a table for my 11-month-old. This is a table that has gone through all 4 of my older kids, and I wanted to kind of breathe in some new life to it and get it up to snuff for her. Some herbs? What herbs, Naomi? Ooh, Kim, tomatoes, jalapenos, delicious. I tried growing some really large jalapenos last year to kind of do like stuffed peppers, or those jalapeno poppers. I really wanted some of those. So I grew them. They grew beautifully, but it just kind of, I have good intentions, crappy follow through. So I grew these beautiful peppers and then never made the jalapeno poppers because I'm not a big fan of cooking. So I don't know, whatever. But I did not get any of those last year because I felt they were this year because I felt it was kind of like worthless for me because, the kids wouldn't eat them because they were too spicy. And like I said, I never got around to making the jalapeno poppers. So I just decided to keep it simple this year with Savannah and making sure that what I got we would actually use. And the kids love sweet peppers. And so I got a bunch of those, and I thought I could, even what we don't eat fresh, I could slice and freeze for stir fries and stuff. So that's my plan there. But a lot of times the kids will just grab them and bite into them, really. Fernando, are you planting a garden? Yes, I'm in the United States. Kim, the giant peppers, what were you thinking, like 6-8 inches, or how big of jalapenos are we talking here? Favorite Avengers and why, Fernando? Well, no hate, but I am not really into the Avengers so much. I'm not really sure which of the superheroes are Avengers. Um, I'm pretty sure Batman is not an Avenger. I like Batman. Um, I like Storm from X-Men. I always thought growing up that she was really cool. I thought if I had any type of cool powers, I'd like to be like Storm. But I don't know. If you could tell me which of the Avengers they are, like who the Avengers are, like which superheroes, I could probably tell you which one I liked. But you'll have to remind me who they are. Kim, those are pretty big for jalapenos. What recipe did you use for the poppers, or like what ingredients did you use? Okay, Thor, Iron Man, Spider Man, Hulk, Captain America. Fernando's telling me who the Avengers are, Doctor Strange. Okay, so I haven't seen a whole lot of the Avengers movies. Um, I liked the romance story of Spider Man, and from what little I remember of Doctor Strange, he was pretty interesting. Kim says the plant was so heavy with peppers that it fell over with the weight of them, started growing roots from the top of the plant, so basically it became a bush. That is crazy. Oh my goodness. I bet it was just absolutely loaded. That is awesome. Fernando, who's your favorite Avenger? Do I like to watch football or any other sports? Football, I'm not a huge fan of football. If I have to watch sports, um, I would say that I enjoy baseball the most. I am a Cardinals fan. My husband is more a Cardinals fan than I am. I mean, if I'm liking any team, it's going to be St. Louis Cardinals. But I just find that it drags on a little too long for me. I don't have the attention span for it, but I like baseball because it's a little easier to follow. And then I also like basketball because one of my sons played basketball in school, and so I enjoyed watching him play. But I'm not super interested in watching, like celebrities play it or, the famous athletes. That's not really my style. Why do you like Thor, Fernando? Kim is asking to Naomi, do you dry the herbs you grow at the end of the season, or do you just use the herbs through the growing season? Naomi, I'm curious to know what you do as well. Kim, it's funny you should ask that. I know you didn't ask me, but one of the reasons that I'm planting herbs and grew so many from seed was that my plan this year is to make Christmas presents out of dried herbs and maybe some cute little bottles or something with ribbons on it for my husband's family, and that'll be my Christmas present to them. Dry the herbs, and then it'll be something like totally from our garden. Okay, Fernando, thanks for stopping by and chatting. Have a good time at the gym. Naomi, fresh use is good too. She says she just picks them off and throws them into whatever she's cooking. No drying. If I cooked more, I would definitely do that too. We just get so busy that we end up eating a lot of fast food, and I wish it wasn't always like that, but I guess it is what it is. That was another plant that I got yesterday at the feed store was mojito mint. My plan is to make some mojitos. I do make a pretty good mojito. So, Kim says Ethan is obsessed with basil. Did he say why? Like, is it just kind of the aroma, or what does he like about it? Oh yeah, Naomi, I would love that. Kim, you should come too. It is versatile. Yeah, the flavor's good. Do you guys ever, so this has been a kind of a thing for me. I don't know why I do this, but, and I, grew my own this year, so it was even more amazing. But like, for example, like with rosemary or basil, just something with a really strong scent like that, I will go to the garden center, pick up a plant, and like bring it home with me, and I just like will brush up against it and smell it. And it's just, there's something so relaxing about that. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed that, but especially for me, it's like rosemary is so relaxing. Kim says she does a pesto chicken and fresh basil on toast with mozzarella and garlic with tomatoes. Oh my goodness. Can I come over? I want some. That sounds really, really good. I'm happy with how well Savannah's doing. She's still sleeping. She's just right over here so I can hear her, which is nice. I don't know how long it's going to take for this stain to dry so that I can work on the top. I really need to do a second coat though beforehand, before I flip it over and do the top, because I don't want to have to keep flipping it over, to mess with it. I just want to kind of do it and get it done. Do you ladies have anything that you've kind of repurposed or whatever for kids, or kids down the line or grandkids, something special that you want, to say, hey, all my kids use this? Do you guys have anything like that? You guys buy basil every week? Kim said she buys basil every week and that she'd save a lot of money if she had a basil plant going. Absolutely, you would. Naomi, good. Naomi says I'm motivating her to refinish a child's bench. Naomi, what's the story behind the child's bench? Naomi says she picked it up at a Habitat for Humanities before it closed. It's an outdoor bench and you love it. Well, cool. So how large would you say it is? Like, Just like 2 to 3 feet? Like how large are we talking? Maybe 3 feet. Oh, that is perfect for her size. I just think this little furniture like just makes it so special and magical for them. I've been thinking of different ways to style this, so let me know if you have any ideas to help me out. I'm kind of challenged in the decor department, but I was just thinking, so I wanted white because I wanted it to be like a classic kind of vibe for her. And I didn't want anything too gaudy on the patio because that just doesn't give my eyes space to rest. I don't like that. So that's another reason I chose the white. But you know, white's just kind of timeless. So I went with that, and I was kind of thinking maybe I could get like a waterproof flower pot, but then she's going to be, you know, she's so little that she'll probably just spill it. Of course, it could be like an unbreakable pot with maybe some faux flowers in it or something. I could always do that, I guess. But, you know, I'd like to put it out on the back patio, and I want to, you know, have a cute way to style it so that, you know, it looks good out there with everything else. So if you ladies have any ideas, please feel free to share. Drop them in the comments, as I can use the inspiration. Ugh, it's so humid out here with the rain. I'm wondering how long it's going to take to dry. All right, I got this side painted a little bit yesterday when she was sleeping. Here we go. Well, she wasn't sleeping. She was just being good, and then the day got away from us, and we were done. So anyway, let's see. Kim says, when we fostered, Ella was 3 years old. She absolutely flipped out when we presented her meals with kid-sized fork, knife, and spoon. It made her feel so special. I can imagine that. And she probably needed that too. Naomi says, white is classic and neutral is key for a peaceful aesthetic. Kim says, kid-sized things make them feel included and special. You love the table. Thank you. The white is very nice and pretty and clean. Thanks, guys. Hopefully it won't absorb too much heat either. It'll be more reflective, and then that way she can not be burnt if she sits down on it. Not that she'd be burned, but you know, it'd be hot. So. I was watching her sleep this evening, or early this morning when I was having my coffee, and I was just filled with this, you know, overwhelming gratitude for her and the blessing that she is. You know, I mean, she's been doing this thing lately where she'll be having her head rest on my chest, and she like turns her head in such a way where she looks up at me. And she just has the sweetest little, like, loving look in her eyes. And then she will smile her little smile. And it just makes my heart melt. Kim says you might consider putting the year you painted the table on the bottom or underside. Maybe do all the kids' handprints too. Kim, that is genius. Yes, I am absolutely going to do that. And then I'm going to cover it over with a clear stain so that it doesn't wash off. I love that idea. Thank you. Yes, we are going to do that. That is genius. I wonder, because if I have to redo the table at some point, I wonder, or maybe we just keep on that and keep putting clear coat over it. That could be cool. I'm going to have to think how to do that. I absolutely love that idea. Oh, you guys, it's so humid in here. I'm sweaty. Ugh. You've just got my mind going. I am obsessing with that idea right now. I love it. Thank you. Kim says, she is a puddin'. I love her so. Naomi says, that baby is a joy. Yes, she is. You guys know. She's just a blessing to all of us. I'm to the point where I just can't imagine life without her, like she always was, or, in our family. And it's just, it's great. I'm so blessed. I'm really trying to make sure that I get the stain in the ends of these braces here. Like it's really soaking in the stain. I want to make sure I really get it in there so it'll kind of seal the wood better. I don't know if you can see this part that I'm working on right here in the corner, right there, right here. Our first dog, Kipper, chewed on that after we had gotten it, like probably within the first week, maybe even the first day or so. He chewed on it, or she chewed on it rather, and I was so upset because, I loved this little table. The kids loved sitting on it, and then all of a sudden the dog had chewed it. So I was like, dang it. But that's part of it, I guess. Yes, thankfully it is not too hot. Kim is asking, Naomi, what kind of dog do you have? Naomi said she has a mini cockapoo. This is kind of fun hanging out with you ladies while I get some work done over here. Appreciate you getting on. You know what I think I might do too? Let me know if you think this would be a good idea. Is taking some like clear, what do they call it? It's like a liquid rubber. I'm blanking what they call that right now. Anyway, and painting it on the bottom, the bottom feet of this table to kind of help seal out water even more so that it doesn't suck in any more water. I think that might help. I can't remember what wood this was, if it was like cedar or if it was like a treated pine. I'm not sure. It's a very soft wood. Naomi and Kim are talking about what a wonderful dog she has. She's a mini cockapoo and doesn't shed. That would be so nice. I've got, for those of you who don't know, I have two dogs. One is a full Great Pyrenees, Mando, and then I have a Great Pyrenees mix who's also the runt of her litter, so she's a little bit smaller than her litter mates, and she's about 70 some pounds, I think like 74. And she's a very good dog. That's Sweetie. Mando is about 140 pounds. And he's a great dog too, but he doesn't let Sweetie get a lot of attention. If anybody's around, like He wants to get all the attention, and then he also doesn't let her come in the garage anymore. So that's pretty rude of him, but it just is what it is. And it's fine because then Sweetie gets to sit and sleep and eat in the house. So it's kind of his loss. But Kim, are you thinking of getting a dog, or what are you looking at? Kim says it could be a lunch table or a painting table. Yeah, it could. And she says, I talked to the Hubs last night and told him I need something fluffy. Don't we all? I like the idea of something that doesn't shed. Our dogs are just horrible shedders, and they get so hot in the summer. You're not supposed to shave them because they can get sunburnt, and it helps them, their double coat kind of helps them stay cool and warm. But I could see that, like for dogs that are consistently outside, but our dogs have covered areas to go to so they don't get sunburned or, overly hot. But they are just so much more comfortable when we do shave them. The only problem is I can't find a groomer around here that isn't totally booked. And so I have to do it myself, and I'm not good at it. So they look absolutely ridiculous. Which is fine, I guess, because the amount of money it would cost to have Mando groomed, plus he's scared of water, so he won't go anyway, is over $100. Kim says a little dog that doesn't shed would be great. And then, so she could take her on trips if she was small enough. And Naomi tells Kim to come over and see her disposition and that she doesn't shed and is low allergy. That's good. Mini cockapoos are low allergy. I like the no shedding thing myself. The dog hair is just ridiculous. I'm over it. Everyone feel free to introduce yourself if you would like. For those of you new viewers, I'm painting a table for my 11-month-old. All my older children have used this table as well, and so it has some sentimental value to it. I want to keep it in good shape and be able to pass it on or keep it in for the grandkids even. That would be quite the feat. I think I want to try that. How's everyone doing today? Kim says, take pics of your kids at that table and then in years to come show the grands, hey, that's the same table your mom or dad's. Oh, yes, that would be a great idea. You've got all sorts of ideas for keeping the sentimentality going. I love it. I'm loving this white. It's looking really good. It's looking so cool and refreshing, if paint can look that way. Ooh, getting a drip. There's another drip. Try to watch out for those. Oh my goodness, it's so hot. That or I'm having a hot flash. Kim says, my boring life update, I used half a bottle of Shout Stain treatment on the hub's pants this morning. She says, holy cow, man, come on. And Naomi says she just ran into Kim's husband in Walmart and he says no to the dog. Yeah, don't listen to him. Just get the dog. Oh my goodness. You girls are funny. Oh goodness. He'll only be mad for a little bit until this cute little fluff ball comes and sits on his lap. That's pretty good. I am really impressed with how this stain is spreading and going on. I'll show you the can. This is a really good stain. I'm really impressed with it. And I just put my arm in it again. That's okay. Okay. Bare Premium Solid Color Waterproofing Stain and Seal. They can tint this, but I told him I just wanted white, so that's what he set me up with, and I love it. Resists rain after 4 hours. Oh, cool. Well, that's pretty good to know. We're beating the rain. Oh man, did you see what I did? That wasn't dry and I drug it. That's okay. We'll put another coat on anyway. All right, let me just check, see where we're at. Because I'm not going to be able to flip this over yet. This wood is just really soaking in this stain. It's like, it's practically dry when I come back around to it. Let's see here. There we go. We don't want to have brush strokes, so I'm trying to get all the way up. Pressing some of this stain into these little holes at the end of this support bar, so it kind of seals it out. I get a little bit more on these feet. What do you girls think of that idea of the liquid rubber on the bottom of the feet? Do you think that would have any potential drawbacks to it? I can't think that it would, because it should, in theory, seal out the liquid, but I also don't want to cause an issue later. Ooh, I'm getting a drip right there. Naomi, what were you thinking for Ava's birthday present? Any ideas? Oh, goodness. Oh, Naomi's saying Walmart has a ton of sheet sets of various sizes for like $5. And Kim, yeah, I'll ask Mike about the liquid rubber. What do you ladies think would be a good theme for Savannah's first birthday? I woke up early this morning thinking of her birthday and, obviously wanting to do something special. and still have like a fun project, for the kids or something. Remember, it's her first birthday for those of you who are new. So my thought process was, maybe we could paint little clay pots and have like a, garden in bloom or baby in bloom. I don't know. It's not really baby in bloom because that's more baby shower. And I don't want her birthday party to be too close to her baby shower, which was, I don't know, maybe that was baby in bloom. I don't know. I just love gardening so much. But then I got looking online and the clay pots were pretty expensive. But depending on how many people come, maybe it wouldn't be so bad, but we've invited so many people. Naomi says she got a new tablet so far. This is for Ava's birthday. She got a new tablet so far and she likes stuffed dogs, so one of those and a mermaid Barbie for the bath. We did fun to be one for Ava. Oh, I bet that was a cute theme. Did you do any type of like party favors or anything like that? Or have any games or, kind of stuff related? Savannah's having a great nap. Oh my goodness. Get a little bit over here. Trying to watch for drips too. I don't want it to be something I need to sand down later, but I could see that happening. Move you guys a little bit. Oh yeah, during COVID. I'm so glad COVID is over. What a dark time. What do you guys think was like the worst part of that? I mean, at first I remember thinking, 2 weeks to slow to spread. We got to stay home for 2 weeks. I could get so much done. That won't be that bad. And then it was not that. Uh-oh, I hear Savannah. Hang on, everybody. Let me see if she will cooperate here. If not, we've got most of that first coat done. All right, give me just 1 second. Hey, sweetheart. Did you wake up? Oh, you're so sleepy. You're so sleepy. You want to come and say hi to our friends? You want to come and say hi? Oh, goodness gracious. Mwah. Let's shut the van door. Let's say hi to everybody. Hi, guys. We just woke up from our nap. Can you say hi? Say hi. Say hi to our friends. Kim says we were all sick, staggered, so we ended up being quarantined for a month and then almost missed a trip to Florida that you had planned for a year. My goodness. Oh, she says her kids got interested in chess during that time, though. Kim says, hi, sweet pea. Stick your tongue out. Well, I don't think we're going to get much more done now. So we did pretty good on the table. Here we are. Pardon my messy garage. Aw. Anyway, I think we will go ahead and end this for today. Thank you guys for hanging out so much. And maybe we can hang out again soon. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye-bye.